miraculously, I managed to, in the actuality, be on time. Have to say, I am very proud of myself. Like, been never since I was in time. I think I've never respected that much my schedules. So one thing that's going to happen. Today we take a small detour. Basically, I was seeing everyone who was doing the Frieren challenge, and we're gonna take a stab at it. So today, no comic book shall be done. Today we will do a very quick 2-hour challenge. I don't know how to set up the recording. Like, if I can get the recording being set up in 2 hours, I could also post that. What kind of features? Like, to post it on Instagram, I remember that my Inktober settings were nice. So I want to take a look at how big a canvas is. My lord, I can't find. Okay. Oh yeah, I was watching basically everyone was doing it and was like, yep, I can do that. Canvas properties, yeah, 3000 by 3000. So this looks like it works. New. Let's call it Frieren. Let's make let's save it. I don't know where it says it when I don't specifically say. I don't quite understand where it goes. Here's the Frieren. And let's open up the pure ref. So things that we will do is to grab the meme. That's okay, YouTube. It's still wait, what? Why YouTube? Fucking addiction. Let's turn off the YouTube bullshit. Okay, so Frieren meme. So we want to get this one is the reference for it. Then Frieren. I want to get something of the design to use it as reference. Also, I want to copy the colors because I'm very fucking lazy. I'm not learning colors so far, so that bullshit. For the angle, I'm gonna use a picture of myself. And for the final okay. And for the final piece of reference that I need is some human girl picture that will look like elf. Elf-like actress. Let's see some famous Zoe this channel. Oh yeah, I can base her off that. She has some nice feature. I can slap her in my reference, and finally I'm gonna have to take a picture of myself. So let's get back to the drawing board. All I miss is that, like, this angle. For that I'm gonna use my phone. So BRB. Use my phone. Drop it on Telegram. Drop it inside. I'm on my way. Like I dropped a lot of them. Just because I'm not sure which one. Like which one is the shit. So I'm just gonna select like most of them, and I'm gonna pick the best one. Just drop every single reference in here. Copy image. Slap it. Every single one of them. Everything. Like I think this is the closest one, since he clearly wants to see her face. I think like this is the closest one to what we want. Like a lot of people really simplify this angle. I have to choose one. Paralysis of choice. Okay, let's make it. I think I can make both a little bigger. Okay. So this one ain't it. I can't see the other eye. This one is a little bit more extreme. Could work. Can't see quite the eye. Yeah, I think that this is the closest angle that we might wanna use. Like the nose partially covers the eye, but I think that that's because, like, I'm assuming that that's part of the mistake. Since you can see so much of the chin, I would assume that my nose. Okay, maybe my nose is just too big. Like, maybe I have a huge fucking nose. Maybe that's part of it, you know. Could even trace over it. My webcam froze. That's not nice. Yeah, maybe it was because I changed the size. Never touching my webcam ever again. Okay, so we were saying. Yeah, this is the one that I like the most. Like my huge ass nose covers a lot, but I see the chick and I see that. So I don't really need the reference, like I needed the meme just to get close enough. I need her to get a little more features on Frieren. And this pictures is going to be my color picker. I'm gonna have it float around. Yeah. Colors. Okay. So yeah. Up to work. Time to look at my stupid face. And I have to say, I do believe I can understand this. The cool thing that I wish to do as I'm doing this challenge is... Well, first off, there's a lot of foreshortening here, right? Or a lot, at very least a little. So let's try to... Oh, also the recording. File, 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 file. How do I... This is the time when I have to go to YouTube. How to record... You son of a bitch. How to record in Clip Studio Paint. I mean, at the end of the day, I still have the stream.
Hey, I'm Shy Fox. This is a quick tips
video,
Fox. And the question that we're going over today is how to do a time lapse in Clip Studio Paint. So,
son of a bitch is the title. Come on.
Basically, what you do when you want to create a new artwork and record a time lapse, it's important to click this button here. So we went File, New Canvas, and Record Time Lapse is on. And once you've clicked that, it should give you a new canvas every time with that checked. You can check if you have it on by going down to File, Time Lapse, and you can see Record Time Lapse.
Son of a bitch. Okay. I swear. File, time lapse, record time lapse. This will record time lapse. The time lapse reading will be saved with the canvas, and the file require more disk space than usual. Yes, I know what I'm doing.
It's checked. The thing is, if you uncheck it, it'll say this, it'll turn off canvas time-lapse recording. So it basically is going to delete the time-lapse recording for this artwork that we have. We don't want to do that. I'm not going to click delete and turn off. That's why it says delete and turn off, to show you how to check if you've recorded it long enough. So let's try 15 seconds. There you go. So then you would just click OK. We're going to export it now, and you can change if you want it to all 15 seconds. I think there's often a 30 seconds option too if it's long enough. So let's try 15 seconds. There you go. So then you would just click OK, and then it'll prompt you to basically save it, export time-lapse. And it wants to save it as an MP4. So pretty much that's all there is to it. Just make sure you've turned that on. The thing is, if you have an artwork and let's say you want to start recording, unfortunately, if you haven't previously turned it on, it won't know all the steps that were saved and won't be able to, but it'll be able to track going forward. So you could just click record time lapse and turn it on and then export from that point forward. But anyway, that's all there is to it. Most important step is to make sure this is checked, record time lapse when you make a new artwork, and then export after that. Okay, awesome. Hope that helps.
Thanks, man. That did indeed help. So if I do like this, and we say time lapse export image. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. This is where my time lapse is. Very nice. So we were saying lost only 15 minutes. That's good. That's very good. Actually, I did even a solid work on my she did even a solid work on my lighting. You know, this is like half a self-portrait, and that's so fucking bizarre. I never portrayed myself, so that's so weird. Okay. So we were saying that the thing we do that matters the most is to first off get the box correctly. Now the thing that I would guess mostly is that like this is visible, right? Since we're talking about this perspective, I might even like show it a little more, maybe. So the forehead, everything should be like in a different kind of distance. So the nose is going to be a little higher than usual. And the forehead a little lower as a result. Okay. So the thing would be, I think once I understand where the nose goes, shouldn't be that big of a deal. Maybe it's going to be a little smaller than mine because... Can you believe that I didn't figure out that my nose is fucking huge? Like, would you believe if I told you that I thought that I have a proportionate nose? I don't think you would. It just looked good to me. Excuse me, how exactly do Frieren ears work? Holy shit, they are massive. Like, fucking humongous. Okay, maybe a little bit too big. No, this is accurate. The hilarious thing is that I still have everything else. Like the anatomically speaking, we have everything, even if given the fact that this is what's happening. Thing of notice, I have some humongous. Okay, this should be like a lot more rounder. We're talking about anime, so the eyes is gonna look like a little bit more ridiculous than I enjoy doing them. Okay, my webcam is going to hell. What is going on? What's the big deal? Brother, relax, please. Like, is that what? Yep, that's what it can be seen in the. I don't know what. Like, what is being possessed over here? Oh, enable. Limited. Well, I guess I'm gonna glitch today. I don't really want to set up the... I'm gonna let it glitch for a little, then we'll see. Yeah, so this should be... Okay, my webcam crashed. Like, big time. Like, absolutely fucking gone. Okay, the only big deal is... Okay, let's try to deactivate it again. Like, the only big deal is over here that my features are a lot of mail-like, so should probably first off move the chin, move this slightly to the beginning. I'm gonna have to try to make it like a little softer, right? That's what yours usually looks softer. Especially anime girls. Gonna have to say the chin. The chin is gonna murder me. By the way, this is going to be way the fuck higher. This is where the chin is, right? I think that on a technical level, I'm not mistaking. But on a result-based level, I am drowning. So this would be the clutch. This is where I would give up. But fuck that. How about we just clean up the layer? And maybe this will help me a bit. Like maybe I'm seeing... It seems like way worse than it is. I am so fascinated by the design of the ears. Like, this is so funny to me. It's just ears, simply, but the fact is that if I did funny, is how the principle applies the same, you know? Okay, what I would say, we can definitely work a little bit more on it. Chama, just a tiny bit more. And we're not even 1 hour in, so I can take a stab at it more. So I feel like I understand the jaw. Let's go some more reference. Beneath the woman under chin reference. So yeah, I think that most of this would be dictated by, like, most of it would be shown in the shadows. Like the thing that it's hard to understand. Okay, there's a clearer one. Actually, I might have found an inverted reference. Okay, that's good. Back to the board. Okay, so that's good. Because my manly beard doesn't help me understand, but I think that the fact that should be softened is this. And also one interesting thing is that the shadow is higher than the chin in the actuality. So that's going to be part of it. Also, the head is weirdly shaped. We're gonna paint just a little bit over it. Like, I like this form, I like this one. I think like the only thing that we could really work on is to, the thing that requires most work is this. So the head. Gonna make it like a little bit taller and squishier on that side. And the jaw. The rest, I think it works masterfully. Maybe I should even still, the nose should like cover just a little bit. We're gonna move the lips just a little bit to the left. Actually, not everything, but just the lips. Teeny tiny bit to the left. Make this a teeny tiny bit smaller. Okay. So this is the bulk of the challenge. I believe that this part is really okay. I believe that I'm misunderstanding something over here, but this is where the chin is. Maybe like I do see the bottom of her chin. I'm gonna stop at convincing. I think that convincing is a good place to be in. Let's try to put the Frieren features and her dress, and then we will see how that looks. So, so the eyes don't really have any details in the back, but they have details. Like she has like a huge eyelash. Again, the nose is not worth talking about. So her hair would look like, I think that most of it would be buried beneath. Okay, I think we're going places. All right. And then we're gonna have to am I overnecking her? Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Now someone will explain to me why am I digging my own grave by diving into anatomy? Like specifically. What the fuck am I doing? Yeah, I think we're going places. I think this is quite nice. Might have to fix the eyes, but honestly, I feel kind of good to ink this. Features in my book go by 15. And not even I were gonna be fucking with my book. Hmm. Time to drop to 15. Can't believe how concentrated I am on a meme challenge. I'm actually locked the fuck in. What the fuck is going on with my webcam today? No, like specifically, what is wrong with my webcam today? Oops. Completely forgot about the earrings. Would I say that this is the best drawing I ever did? No. Would I say that this is sufficient? Probably also no. But it was also very fun, so. I think it was a very worthwhile detour. Okay. I think we are going to some place. Alright. So everything else is basically going to be like chilling. Like now it's time to enjoy. It isn't actually white. It's very close to white. But it isn't actually white. Interesting. And by interesting, I mean fuck off. Oh my lord. Putting everything on the same layer. Okay. Very well. Hey guys, I'm absolutely I'm absolutely more considerate than everything else. It just has to do something with the meme, man. There's something about drawing memes that just makes you lock the fuck in. Way more than you would lock in your entire fucking life. Okay, so that's one. Then there's the hair. Okay. Yeah, like okay. I just like the idea that I actually managed to. Yep, I did fucked up. My bad. All right, her lips. All right. No, definitely not. Uh, okay, lipsticks, lips, not natural lips. I need something. Natural lips palette. I need anything. This is not. This is not cutting it. Okay, let's go with this one for now. Okay, up we go. Uh, Meow. Let's add the reflexes. Color dodge. I do have every reflex in my reference of myself. It's going to be like some cool reflex over here. Then on the nose, even on the nose patterns. Here some reflexes. On the lips, surprisingly. Guess on top of the hairs. Now technically I usually do some, like linearly speaking, some this should be like a little bit more saturated. And give this spray look. Oh right, I forgot about locking this before doing any bullshit. This is going to be a little bit harder. Works like a charm. Oh, forgot about the eyes when I talked about the glow. Back to business. Now, one quick test that I want to do is like if I take something else and put everything together, let's say like this. If take this very badass red. Mm. It's definitely interesting, but I think I'm gonna have to pass. Like theoretically speaking, I could go and try. Okay, could try it, but nah, gonna skip that. Okay, I think that this is an acceptable level. We can save. So we can, by the way, export time lapse. How long does this last? I think it looks very cool. Oh, right, a background. Did not put anything in the background. I could put the fireball in the background. That's a funny joke. No, did I click export? No, 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 stop, stop, stop. Am I willing to do a 15 minutes fireball? Like that's the question. Fireball. Tell you what, let's export this. Then, after that is exported, let's take one quick look at how that, well, wait a second, did I put no background? Yeah, fuck it. So let's take a look at what we could do after this happens. And if it's convincing, well, if not, fuck this. Okay. So behind Frieren, did put some glow. She pops very well on the... Okay, I'm not gonna hunt to fix that. Fine. I'm done. I'm okay. Let's publish. Hmm. I do, however, need... I need to fix some things before we can publish. Maybe put a song or something. I don't know about start and edit right now. So let's just send it. Let's just export this as PNG. Oh my lord. Export as PNG. Mm-hmm. And yeah, let me take a look. Is there any way that I don't spoil, that I don't showcase some people around? Okay, no posts of my friends, so that's okay. Which then means we can go back to research. Add Frieren. Now the other thing that I'm curious about is, can I just slap this? Okay. Copy paste mod canvas image. Save as. In my practice folder as Frieren. Okay, no, I wanted to save image. Copy. By the way, also forward to my GF. Blah, blah, blah. Where the fuck? What the fuck was I doing? Here's my new post. Okay. So inside the manga, there should be a folder called practice somewhere. Practice. Frieren. Can I save it there? Okay, save image as. Okay, so Microsoft figured out after like 1 year that it works, you know, as Microsoft does. How fast can I slap some music and put it online? That's also an interesting thing. There is no Frieren tag? Oh well. Now, time to some music. I haven't opened DaVinci in like, I would say, years. I have no idea what's going on in DaVinci. Truth is, I just want to slap some music in it. So I am revving an engine for something very simple. Is YouTube even streaming? Okay, yes it is. And we got them. Frieren. Frieren by hand. Okay, you can't see shit, can't you? Me. This is my temporary solution. So this is one clip. Sure, whatever. And download. Let's get the Frieren opening ahead. Can I change the format for it to be vertical? Let's take a look. I haven't downloaded a song in so long. I don't know where to get it. I have Spotify right now, so really isn't. I don't have any more than knows to what's actually a download and what is anything else. Okay, let's just grab the song. Yoasobi Yusha. Yoasobi Yusha. That's concerning. Did it really leave the watermark? How to remove Grip Studio Paint watermark? Time stamp. Time lapse. Don't want the watermark. Gonna leave it for today, but why the? Oh. I'm being like very fierce right now. Not gonna lie, maybe I can put music under. Okay, fucking thank you. Brother. Okay, I'm already losing. Da Vinci won't save. Da Vinci won't load MP3s. Why I can't load MP3s? Easy fix. Come on. This I can show.
Delete the part where it says the emoji.
You know, I'm kind of embarrassed because I know this shit. I know that file names give errors and whatever not. But I feel like this should still be like it should be very clear. No, still doesn't work.
And then import it in your media pool in the
No, that wasn't it.
Hey guys, welcome back to It's when you right click and you do import media, or even if you have like a different tab right open here, you can see like me right here, and you have a song and you want to drag it here, and basically
Yeah, I haven't tried like file. Yeah. Okay, it looks like it doesn't.
nothing happens, it doesn't appear, meaning that for some reason DaVinci Resolve can't read it. Now, in the more recent version of DaVinci Resolve, if your DaVinci Resolve is up to date, it has an easier time reading emojis, so that's a bit updated now, but if it's still the case, you of course want to rename it. You can see right here, there we go. Here. Now for the second example here, so I have a second song, it's a M4A file. As you can see, if I try to drag it here, that is something that DaVinci Resolve also cannot read. That means we have to change how you can actually do that. There's two ways. The first I'm going to show you like this, is you basically go to view here, show, and do file name extensions. As you can see right here, the first one is an MP3, but these two right here are M4A. So what you want to do then is just simply rename it. Now don't worry, you can also rename anything that's behind the dot. So what you do then is just MP3. So as it disappears, you just have to say yes right here. As you can see, if I want to drag it right here right now, I can in fact right now upload right here. But then in case that doesn't work, you actually have to convert the file in question. I'm going to show you as well. Now while I'm on Google right here, I'm just going to type convert any audio to MP4, as you can see here.
Okay, let's try this. Convert audio to MP4. I'm going way the fuck out of my way to this meme. Thank you. You son of a bitch. Okay, how does this look? Okay, you can't hear it, but it's very high. Maybe I can lower it a bit. Instagram posting music. Instagram music on Reels. Well, I'm gonna post it. If something gets flagged or it gets down or whatever, not shouldn't be a big deal. Okay, I could hype it up a little more. Or I could even a little bit of the process. Excellent song. Let's see what we get. How the fuck do I cut? I don't remember. Nope. Cut. Nope. No idea what the fuck am I doing. I think it was Control that. Alt, Control Alt. Okay, that works. And I can drag this like that. Okay. We can drag this a little ahead, and that should feel nicer. Okay. The only thing is make it vertical. DaVinci Resolve make video vertical. Yeah, I completely forgot that was streaming, so I didn't show shit.
Hello, this is the Provoked Prawn, and all you do is you go head over to File, Project Settings, and then under the Master Settings, you'll see there's a timeline resolution that's set to 4K at the minute. So what we're going to do is change it to use vertical resolution instead. And then for the sake of clarity, we're going to go 1080 by 1920. That is essentially changing it from 16 by 9.
Okay.
16. Click Save. You go to Retime and Scaling, Scaling, Fill. And now we have...
Sorry. Where are we saying scaling fill? Video scrolling.
on the track. And then you go to Retime and Scaling.
Okay, looks good. Time to export. The fuck is a DRT? What? Quick export? I don't know. Sure. Okay, a MOV is something that I understand. So you probably can't hear the audio, but just cut a little bit from the beginning and was done with it. Son of a bitch. Why would they use anything else besides it? Okay. Looking good. Can I post something as a reel? Does that work? I don't know. I'm just gonna post it. I think I'm not gonna over bother this. Then we can even we can even start the reading or the writing part, I guess.
まるでおとぎの話終わり迎えた証長すぎる旅力切り出した一節それはかつてこの地に影を落とした悪を ち取りし勇者との短い旅の記憶物語は終わり勇者は眠りにつく穏やかな日常をこの地に残して時の流れは無情に人を忘れさせるそこに生きた
Okay. Cover photo, oh, sure. That's a good one. I'm gonna say just time lapse. I don't like overthinking it. Now, the interesting thing is loading it on YouTube, or I should say on Studio. They will do this. So I haven't put a post in a while. I have to make the same thing for the Advent, so... Oh, yeah, for the Inktober. Speaking of the Advent, we are close. Like, close. No. We wanted to upload videos. Does YouTube understand it on its own that I upload? Like a short? Nope. No, okay, it does understand very well. So, Frieren meme challenge. We're gonna make a new playlist and I'm gonna call it Random Side Quests. This is fine to be public. Okay, so today was a nice start. Now that everything is published and good and working out. Oh, this is a video that I want to watch. So to be honest, I a little bit chickened out. I don't know, I could remove this and keep only the video, but I find that annoying. Or maybe I could make them like one collection.
の話終わり迎えた
Oh, this looks annoying one after another. Gonna test next time. Gonna add like the post and everything behind it. Too lazy to fix it. Not the biggest of the problems. And I'm gonna say that we're back to the writing. Like that's the last 40 minutes that we're gonna do. Got like a 1.5 hour of drawing, so that's good. I'm gonna have to need to take a quick bathroom break. Not spoil everything. In my in my comic. So this all works. Writing should, said it should pick up my Visual Studio, but it isn't. Okay. Right. So this is where we at. I also completely forsaken my Twitch creator, so I'm gonna keep tabs on this. Okay, back to being operational. Very well. Bathroom check. See ya in 5. Maybe you should put a scene that's like BRB. Well. So basically the idea is, first off, drink water. Second off, oh, we hit 2 hours. It's impressive. Second off, we can move out of the way. Actually, I'll keep it on the way, but however, we're gonna have to grab a keyboard because I simply ain't typing shit on other keyboards. So, I mean, I can, don't get me wrong, but it's such a pain in the ass to. I got very used to having the middle keyboards, or should say middle keys, that not having them is really a big detriment. Right. So I don't even remember where the fuck Control Shift V. Where the fuck were we even? Where the fuck did I put my glasses? Also, that's a big deal. I think I got most of the bits on this story. My webcam is dead since when? Sooner or later, I'm gonna buy a better webcam. Could see if there's some like Christmas things going on. So I would write up until 9. So yeah, I'm actually under the possibility to get up to 3 hours. I did slept like decent. But I'm gonna go to 9 to not overextend myself. I'm gonna try to get 9:30 tomorrow. Sounds like a good hour. Need to set up myself correctly. Brother, what's up with my webcam? Like, what in the fuck is even happening? Can I say I will go full Logitech? Let's take a. What was it? The Logitech Brie. Brio. I don't need any more. Any light. Yeah, the Brio 500. Alright, there's the Black Friday. Oh, it's a fake. I should look at Logitech webcams and take a look at something that works because it's starting to explode. Oh, the C920 is $10 even. Like something worth explaining about. Yeah, I'm gonna show up sooner or later. Let's fix my category because we're gonna. What did I do? Don't remember. Right. Writing and reading. Okay, so let's. Because he all feels people are little unconscious to sleep right after work. Kill everything. Okay. So that's how we start. Just start in and go and kill. mage SWAT squad is approaching slowly. The house. They would make corner is to make someone in the corner, but what they want to say is that they surround. They surround the premise and take position to shoot. Their hand more. Okay, amazed what is more approaching. Their hand start to light up. Their hands start to light up. Some have a bright light, while others have a what would you say? Some dudes will have a bright light. Some dudes. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna keep the translator because it's very annoying. I have my stream. Can check out if everything is still loading correctly. Some have a bright light, while others have fire coming from the tips of their hand. Int home night. The giant, 3 giant explosions wake Abigor up. The house has been attacked by 3 fireballs. Next in comes a swirl of rays. Abigor quickly activates of rays. Abigor quickly activates his power and manages to stop 2 shots. He quickly grabs her fiancé and hide in a trapdoor. Writing is so hard. They close the lid as the noise keeps piling up. The house is being torn down and going up in flames. Abigor checks Charlotte everywhere and does find a wound. Crying. My God. My God. Got hit. Nah, that doesn't sound. How about Charlotte? No. Charlotte gasps for air and dies before Abigor can even pronounce. Before Abigor can even think what needs to be done. He lays there, shook to his core. The silence from the attack stopping is deafening to him. Defining? Not deafening. Okay. His mind is filled with reminders of the violence committed in the past. He reminds himself of the houses. He thinks back at the families he himself burned down. Thinks it was inevitable. No, I wouldn't think it's ironic. It's inevitable. It is what. It's everything I deserved. Okay, let's put it like that. Abigor bites his I want to say something like if the beast that they want, the beast that we get, but it's not something good. Abigail bites his teeth, almost cracking them. He unleashes fully his spell. Spiel. He unleashes fully his spell. His arms become covered in dark substance, and the fingertips are similar to spider legs. Okay. Abigor next dot home night. The squad has stopped the barrage. They squad leader. Find it funny that nobody. Wait, how do you? Okay, I find it funny that nobody actually. Well, I did not see an example of a SWAT squad of mages. That looks very cool. Like, I want to give them some interesting robes. So let's put it up. Squad leader. Let's wait. Be on your toes until we see a body where we aren't out of the woods. As he is finishing his sentence, Abigor bolts near him. The squad bolts near him. The squad leader falls on the ground. Half of his cranium missing. Abigor is holding the other half. Using his speed and agility, Abigor dashes between every member of the squad. Each dash dodges a blast, and with one clean hit, he kills all but one member. This is a tall and muscular. I don't want him to be muscular. This mage is wearing an enchanted armor, and where Abigor's claws hit, we see a tiny dent. The mage greens. No, the green is like a good laugh, right? Green. So this is a smile. It was the smirk is the... Yeah. The mage smirks. Abigor is not impressed. The mage holds both of his hands. Both of his hands up and conjures an immense fireball. Abigor runs right against it, getting burned in the process. I don't want him to be like... Yeah, it's more of a stomp. I don't think that this guy possesses anything. Abigor runs against it, getting burned in the process, and pins the mage down. He hits hard, but the armor bulges little. However, he doesn't stop. And after a while, nothing is left of the man. Okay, that's good. Abigor burnt and covered in blood calms down and stands up to take a good look at the villagers. Everyone is staring with hate in their eyes. Abigor singles out the old man. That he saved. Care to explain? Deep, raspy voice. Old man? What was his name? I don't remember. I think he had a name. Fred. I think Fred. Don't talk to me, Spawn. Don't come near me, spawn of Satan. Abigor takes a deep breath. Abigor has the most fearful is when you has a terrifying expression. It's as if he's begging for blood. He inspects the bodies of the squad and picks up some symbols. Using the blood, he types those symbols out and pronounce them in an archaic word. With archaic language. The symbols grow glow, come out of the hands of the arms, no, the symbols glow and all but archaic language. The symbols grow and all but one disappear from the arm. Abigor's left hand starts to glow light, while the right hand is engulfed with fire. cut to cliff. Abigor is marching upwards the cliff where his mother-in-law is. Abigor is marching upwards the cliff where mother-in-law is buried. Charlotte is in his arms. In the background, the village is all burned down. We see the hand of the old man inside the rubbles in his house. Abigor buries his girlfriend besides her mother. He takes a moment of solace. Then his attention shifts to the peak of the cliff. Maybe some suicide tendencies beforehand. The cliff is now empty, implying Abigor jumped. And I think that a suicide is a good place to stop. We have officially reached 2.5 hours, which is very good. Tomorrow I'm gonna go for free. Today I don't feel prepared. Tomorrow I should be trying a little bit more to get to 9:30. But today I feel like in such a good mood, so I like to stop it a tiny bit beforehand. Just because I also love when I do something in that time frame. And this is a good place to stop. And now let's put an indication. Make deal with the devil. By the way, I have now that I figured out, I have absolutely no backup of this thing. Ctrl C, Ctrl V. Okay, there's a copy. Make deal with the devil. Showcase the 5 gods. Now this is a 10-minute script. If I get to a 20-minute script, that counts as basically one giant episode. So that's a good pacing in my opinion. But that's how it is estimated by this program. Possibly you can be very more succinct when you're making a manga. But I saw that generally 1 to 2 chapters or like 40 pages is like 20 minutes. Something like that. I don't think that there's that strict of a rules. Probably it is a little more, but that works great for me. I'm gonna drop a quick raid somewhere. As well, man, so many art, so many goddamn 3D models. I don't like them. I just really enjoy people. So thank you for watching. I will see you again tomorrow for sure.